Hey guys, I'm back with another product review video while I wait for full self-driving 12.5 to arrive on my Model 3. These cooling seats from Hansshow Auto are really awesome. They provide breathable air on the back of the seat cushion, and it's really nice in the thick of the summer. There are several different unique features here. It has breathable 3D mesh fabric. It's made of effective heat dissipation material, and the cooling seat cover fills with air essentially and keeps you cool with the air coming out of it. There's a little fan built into the seat cushion. It also has a rapid cooling module that you can notice very easily and quickly. In other words, what this results in is no more sweaty backs. The cooling turbine fans can assist your car's AC and keep you cool at a relatively fast speed. It's also pretty quiet, and it provides some energy-saving features. There's a green option that lowers the fan speed, so if you have it on for an extended period of time, you can save extra money. Now, one benefit here is that you don't need to run your AC at full blast when you're using these seat cushions. So you can save money overall by not having to use your AC. So your battery will, in essence, and I haven't proved this out, but in essence won't drain as quickly by having the AC on full blast. These ventilated seat cushions help you keep cool and get cool a lot faster. Also, they're made of premium leather that combines durability, comfort, and luxury. Now, it's important to note that these are half surround. In other words, on the back, they don't affect the safety airbag. So it doesn't interfere with that airbag, so it provides a really safe situation. So in the case that you do get in a crash, the airbag can deploy appropriately and the seat cover will be instantly destroyed and pushed aside. It also has a really nice convenient auto start and stop function. So there's no need to turn it off manually when you're getting out of the car. That's another nice feature here. Probably one of the best features for me with these seat cushions, and it doesn't go along with how Hansshow is selling them, particularly with the heating and the cooling functionality, is the seat protection. So these cover up the original seats and provide extra protection. It protects from everyday wear and tear, and it maintains the pristine condition of the original seats for a much longer time. So if you've had your car for a really long time, like I have, I've had my Model 3 for 5.5 years now, the seats start to get worn out over time. And this really helps to protect them and make them last a lot longer. One thing you're going to want to do is make sure that this button is oriented so it's on the right side. I had the seat cushion oriented so it was actually facing on the upper left side. So it was, in other words, rotated all the way around. You need to make sure you pay attention because the back portion here allows for the airbag to come out. So that's a nice thing that they have taken care of. There's a back plate here that's not uncomfortable at all, but the best part is right behind, right in here, there's a cooling element, and that makes it extremely nice when it's really hot. And there's a fan built into these seat cushions that also provide some extra ventilation. So, and the fan is also in the back, I should note, so you do get some cooling effect in the back there, so you don't have that sweaty back feeling. Now, when you turn this on for the very first time, you're going to notice it's flashing. The fans will turn on, you'll hear that motor moving. The cooling function is especially nice. The fan comes down to a lower speed, and immediately the cooling operation begins. I can feel it right now, and it is awfully convenient, very nice. Now, you'll notice that this is flashing. On the web page, it mentions that you can get up and walk away, and it will turn itself off. But when it's flashing, it will not do that. Before I get into how you can actually have it turn off automatically, I want to mention there's a third setting. You press it down one more time, and you get this green eco mode. So this is even a lower fan speed, and with this setting, it's just basically the same thing as cooling, but just not as powerful. So that's kind of nice if you're on a really long road trip. You don't need to be constantly cooling at full speed. So what I noticed then later, and this was through a lot of trial and error, is if you hold it down all the way, if you hold it down and press it for about 1 second, it will turn to a solid color. Now watch, I'm going to simply mimic myself getting out of the car by lifting myself up off the seat. You're going to see it goes off. Now as soon as I sit down, it starts back up again. The best thing with these seat cushions for me is that it covers up the original seats. Now underneath there's a little clip, and I'm just undoing that right now. There's a little clip, as you can see here, that kind of provides an extra secure point down below. But my seats are from 2019, and although they aren't in horrible shape, they could definitely be in better shape. In other words, they're just, after sitting in your seat for so many years, they get a little bit worn out. Now these aren't, like I said, these aren't bad, but in order to prevent complete deterioration, having this seat cushion on is very, very nice and convenient. So I will say, even though the price is a little bit high for these seats, when you use my discount code, you can bring that down to $175 for one of these. You do save and extend the life of your original seats. And I imagine these would cost quite a bit to replace. So having this added is a nice benefit. As far as the cable goes, there's a little cable right here, and that plugs into the cigarette lighter. So I'm going to open this up and show you. Coming inside of here, you get a lot of extra cable that plugs in right there. Now there is an extra option here to plug in the passenger seat. So you can see here the passenger seat has a cable as well, and it also has the same thing. Well, you only have one cigarette lighter. So what you would do in this case is you would remove this plug and you would daisy chain both seats. So this cable coming all the way inside of here, if I follow the cable all the way, it comes all the way inside of here. You can see here is the extra seat. So I would simply take the other seat cushion and plug this into here, just like that. So now they are linked together. And now when I press on the button over here, this seat cushion will turn on as well. And just so you can understand how powerful the fans are, I'm going to put my microphone right up to the fan element here and turn it on. These seat cushions come in black and white. If you get both the passenger and the driver seat cushions together, you do save a little bit of money per seat cushion. I will say that the added benefit of not having to wear out your original seats is a big one. And for me, especially if you have a car that you've owned for a long time, for me, that's a big deal. Now the cooled function is definitely nice in the summer and if you're going on a long road trip. And for those two things alone, I think the price is justifiable. It is a little bit pricey, I will admit, to get these seat cushions. It really depends on your use cases. No safety features are defeated. I will say that you do need to orient them correctly. If you have the seat cushion oriented the wrong way, you could accidentally, with your left elbow, push the button as you're getting out of the car. And I had that happen multiple times until I realized they were installed incorrectly. You really want this strap to go around the headrest in the back. There's a elastic strap that fastens up there, and then there are clips that go on the bottom. So as long as you have that set correctly, there won't be any issues. All said and done, I'm a fan of these seat cushions, and they're made out of really nice materials, as I mentioned in the beginning. So if you use my discount code, you can save quite a bit off of these seat cushions. To my knowledge, I have one of the best discount codes out there right now. So definitely check out the link below and use my discount code TechGeek at checkout, and you'll save 22%. Hope this was useful for you guys. Let me know if you're interested in getting these. I'm very curious to hear your feedback on them. I will say they are very, very comfortable. When you do install them, you sit a little bit higher. You might have to adjust your driver profile just a little bit to accommodate the extra height difference with these. There's a cooling element, which is kind of nice, that adds that extra coolness feeling. And it doesn't get, like, if you, I thought for a while that if I left it on for a really long time, it would get annoying, but that's not the case at all. In fact, leaving it on is really, really nice. Once it's on for a long time, if you turn it off, you're not gonna miss it too much. So don't feel like you have to leave it on the whole time. It's one of those things where if you get into your car and you're really, really hot and you just wanna cool down quickly, turn it on for the first 15, 30 minutes of your drive, and then you can turn it off and you'll be just fine. You'll be cooled down very, very quickly. If you have a problem with sweating on hot days in your car and you really want that extra feature, it's probably worth it. Hope this was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.